This is a video tutorial on how to use the extension for an add-on extension in Google Sheets called Autocrat. So this is my extension that I've added on by just going to add-ons, get add-ons, and then I type in Autocrat. Once you find it, you go ahead and add it to your Google Sheet or your Chrome browser. And then you'll have this in your Google Sheet drop down under extensions. So this tutorial is to show how we use a Google Sheet to place student teachers with several universities and partners. So what I have here is the yellow is what the college or university fills out for each student teacher they want to place. So I just went ahead and filled out the college name, the program, which would be you. And then the time frame, the first and last name of the student teacher, their personal email, and their student email, either one, and then the multi-subject or single subject, and then the grades that are required. Now this is left blank because our IT department is the only one that fills this orange section out. But then when it comes to placing the student teacher, we have these bright blue boxes here, and that's where the administrator or myself will type in the information about the assigned school, the site admin email, the mentor, the first placement. If there needs to be two placements, this would be the first mentor teacher placement, and then the mentor teacher email. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill that out for as a sample of one of our schools. Now these last four here were auto-generated by the Autocrat plugin or add-on. So I'm not, in this tutorial, I'm not going to show you how to run a brand new mail merge letter. I'm going to show you what I've already done, but it'll still help you with your step-by-steps. The reason why I don't want to start another one is because if I do, then it'll auto-populate 4 additional columns after this W, and it will look for the trigger that I'm going to show you, which is if this IT email that I'm talking to you about is not null, then it will generate one of these letters, okay? And so that's why I don't want to start it from scratch, because as you can see, I've got several not null people here, and I don't want them to be sent another letter. So let's start with Autocrat extension. So first thing you're going to need to know is you're going to need to set up a folder in your drive like this one with the Autocrat email directions. This is where all of these letters are going to be generated and saved once they're created per person. So you need a folder, and then you also need an actual letter. This letter is where you would put in the mail merge sections. Those are done by the carets, 2 carets pointing to the left, and then again the exact word for word, character by character header of that column. So here is the student teacher first, student teacher last, right? So those are what goes in the carets, okay? And you want to make sure there's a space, right, in between the next carets. And again, student teacher last, and then the 2 carets, and then a comma. So that's going to mail merge. The same for anything else. If we're going to mail merge the new email that's been issued, that needs to be word for word, letter by letter, correct according to this column header, okay? And then the same down here. I've got a few other auto mail merging sections, okay? So this is a letter that is my template, and I call it the Autocrat master. And then I have my folder, Autocrat student email directions, and then I have my spreadsheet, right? So these all need to be done prior to what I'm about to show you, which are the step-by-steps in how to set up the auto generator of Autocrat. So you basically, once you've added this on, you go ahead and do Autocrat open. And again, I'm going to show you what I've already done. Okay, so if you are doing this for the first time, you're not going to have this here. You're going to have to click on new job. Okay, new job here. But instead of doing a new job, I'm going to go ahead and edit my current one, which will, in essence, show you step by step. So first thing you need to do is name the job. And you name it according to a description. So this is a student teacher email letter. Then you click next. Then it's going to say choose your template. Like I told you, you need to have a template already ready to go. And I highly suggest that you have the carrots done first, because if you have the carrots done, then it will be able to recognize those and place them correctly. So I go ahead and from my drive, right, I can find that template, and then it says currently select a template, which is the exact same one that I have here. Okay. And then I click next. And like I said, it will automatically look for any section that has those carrots and is letter by letter, word for word, the exact same as the column header. Now, if it's not letter for letter or exact same, you can force it by mapping to a column, okay? Again, you still need the carrots there to have it even recognize that there is a mail merge section of it, okay? You also can, as you can see, I have several spreadsheets in this one spreadsheet. So I need to make sure I'm assigning it the correct spreadsheet within my spreadsheet, within my workbook, okay? So these are mapped correctly, as you can tell, first name, last name, and then that email address. And then I just go ahead and click next. Then I go ahead and I can put in the name of the file. I decided to have the name of the file start with the email and then have their first and last name, and then have it have a generic student teacher email letter that ends, right? That is the rest of the name of the file. Of course, to get you, it says click to copy to clipboard, right? So it's really easy. If I wanted to have today's date in here, I could go ahead and click on that and then just go ahead and paste, and that puts in today's date. You know, you can go ahead and do any of these ready to go copy and pastes that they've provided for you, okay? I'm gonna have it generate as a Google Doc instead of a PDF, because I actually want them to sign this document electronically through a Google Doc. And then the reason why I can do that is because the email that I'm generating for them is a Google email. It's an email from my district. But if you don't want it something interactive or editable, right, you would do a PDF. Then you just click next. Of course, I need to find that folder that I told you to set up, the student teacher email notice folder. So I go ahead and choose a folder, add it here, click next. There is an add dynamic folder reference. I'm going to skip over that because I'm not going to use that, but you can learn about that yourself through the little help guide. By the way, there's a help guide down here. All right, set merge condition. Again, this is optional, but I like to use this conditional because I don't want anything to merge unless there is an email provided by my IT department that's a temporary email for these new student teachers. And then I say equals not null. So if there's an email in there, then please go ahead and generate this letter. Click next. I really love this. Share docs. You want to click yes, okay? Because what that does, it then says, okay, well, how do you want to share this? And it gives me options. Editable doc, view only, comment only. Anyone on the internet with this link can edit. Anyone on the internet with this link can view, or PDF. Okay, so I'm just going to click editable doc. I switched it to anyone on the internet because sometimes they were getting this via a non-Gmail, right? So that I decided to open it up to that, which is fine. All right, because it's like their university email and things like that. Allow collaborators to reshare. Yes, that's fine. Send from generic no reply. I said no, and so the reason why I did that is because I want a reply to my email address. So I typed that in myself. So anyways, this is going to go to that new email address that was generated by my IT. It's also going to go to the student teacher's personal email. it's going to go to the mentor, and it's also going to go to the site admin. So all three of these people are CC'd this document, because that way everybody knows the new email that was provided for the student teacher. And rather than retyping everything that was in this letter, right, I decided to just give, this is an email, it's not a letter, right? So I decided to just say, welcome to El Rancho Unified School District. We're happy you've chosen to partner with us as part of your student teacher experience. It's necessary that you be issued a temporary erusd.org email address. Please read and complete the attached Google document at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation. Once again, welcome. And then I put my information here. Quick and easy, because this is just going to be attached to this email message, right? And then you just click next. Now, this is a biggie. You can run from the trigger, and that trigger was that if there's an email typed into this orange box, then go ahead and, send, this is the trigger, then go ahead and create a letter, merge a letter. But if it's not null, right, then merge the letter. If it's null, meaning if it's empty, then don't create a letter, okay? It's only going to work if they have been issued a new email. Or you can have it run on a timer. But I like this one, of course, and then you just go ahead and click save, okay? Now, it's going to save all of those things, and then by clicking play, I can run this job, right? So I can force it to go regardless of the trigger. So if I click play, it's going to go ahead and try to run something, but nothing's going to work because it went super fast because I don't have an email address in that orange box. So I'm going to click X out on that, and I'm going to go ahead and put an email address. I'm just going to put my own, and I'm going to press enter. Now I could wait until the trigger happens, right? And then you will see this generate here, just like this person's has generated here. But I'm going to speed up the process because I don't want to wait for the Google to take its time to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and open, and I'm going to look for my run, like the play button here that'll show up. And again, if I hover over it, it says run job. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm just going to wait and watch it run, and you'll see it happen over here, starting, okay, right here. And we're just going to give it a second to generate everything that it needs to. All right, document was successfully done. And now I can go ahead and X out on here, and I can look on here. Oh, there it is. I'm just going to click on it to show that it has been done. Oh, dear Albert Jones, there it is, right? Here's your new email address, and they're going to get a chance to sign here. So Albert Jones would sign here, right, and date it. Okay, and then there's these directions on how to generate their email, okay, and how soon they need to do that, and all of those wonderful things. Hyperlinks do work as well, which is nice. Okay, these are really great. So everything is very editable, and it's already generated. And if I were to go to my email address, you would see that I was given this email. Let's see if I can have it. There you go. I was given this email right here, says welcome, right? It's giving me all that information, and it also has a link to my email address, my document. Okay. All right, so that is how to use Autocrat plugin or extension or add-on to any spreadsheet that you use in your organization. Thanks for watching.